Hello everyone, welcome back to Divine Angelic Chosen One channel. This is Gracie and Spiritual Earth Angel 623. So I'm going to continue on with my series of what type of energy you are operating in, or surrounded you, or came to you, or whatever, and how to, apply it to your life, your daily life, your like purpose, and what you need to do to either heal or take up as a personality trait, to get you to keep you moving further into your goals. So this one is the Queen of Wands. Now, I don't know. I was trying to find something with that too, that's dealing with that, with the Queen of Wands. So I'm gonna go ahead and get into it. If I do find something, then I'll just post it. If not, then we're not gonna worry about it. We're just gonna talk about it. So with this one, the Queen of Wands is, to me, it's like, you see it's a female ruler, okay? And on her thrones, you see that she got two lions. Red, look like the color red is above her head. And then you got, then she has two lions on the side of her, So with that, I look at it that, and then she has her wand. She has her, her crown. She also has where she, her cloak or robe or whatever you want to, say it. She has a little black cat there. And then she has sunflowers. So if you can see like the sunflowers on the card also, where she has sunflower, and then she has one in her hand, and then she has some on her throne also of sunflower. And so also too, this is like the element that in the energy also can include an element of fire. And so let's get into this. And so also too, I'll look at it too, that the cards of the tarot cards of the Empress, the Magician, and the Three of Pentacles. All of those cards, I look at it, can be associated with the Queen of Wands. Creativity, expressing yourself. That's how I look at it, expressing yourself, through creativity. I look at it as being nurturing. Also, I look at seeing nurturing comes into it also, like a motherly, nature, ability to create and nurture. So that's how I look at that too. Also, I look at it when it ties into the Magician. I look at it as like seeds of the beginning, planting seeds of something new, you know, discovering something new, creating something new, something magical, spiritually also can be, or unexpected blessings, coming into your life. I look at it like that too, something new coming in, in your, personal life and also in professional life. Also too, I look at, you can create material things also that can be valued and appreciated by others. Like with me and my Sarai Natural Beauty skincare business, I have, created, like skincare products that can be beneficial for other people that might have like sensitive skin like I have, and can't use a lot of products, or they have some type of skin disorder. I don't have a skin disorder. I just that my skin breaks out if I'm using like, high chemicals. Like there's a lot of chemicals and different things that they use now into skin products, and a lot of stuff is not organic. So, and that can cause, skin irritations and stuff like that too, to come into your life. So, and so that's what I look at the Queen of Wands too as a leader, set upright on their throne, being a leader, being a being a what is it, trendsetter. Yeah, being a trendsetter, you know, also um, can also rule just as well as the King of Wands can rule, you know, be a leader. That's how I look at it. Um, So, and also, you know, operating with fire. So I see here, if you can see the little red lions, those little red color, the lions, when you look at a tarot card, like I said, I don't have tarot cards, so just bear with me. But when you see that, I look at it that, you know, that represent fire, the color fire. And also, and on you, it also has to like, look like a little red spot also, you know, on the sunflowers, you know, also that she's holding, and also on her throne, her chair. And let's see what else I can say about this one. So okay, then the land. Okay, you see where like it's mountains, you know, desert. um like I said, goes back to like the countryside, you know, not a lot of trees and stuff. It's just dry, you know, with the landscape. You know, I look at that too. It's lacking, you know, when you see this, when you see the Queen of Wands, you know, it's about where it's lacking. Where are you lacking in? You know, and I see here, you know, the mountains right there is dry. The landscape is dry. It's lacking water. Lack of, where you lacking of love. You know, where do you know, where is the water that is going to irrigate, you know, the sunflower? You know, you see her sunflower that she holding, but you can see in the background where the land and stuff, you know, is dry. It's like a desert. So where is the water to irrigate the sunflower? You know, then you have the wand. You know, her rod, what they call it, or baton. You know, when you have like the marching band, they have the majorettes with their baton, you know, baton. Yeah, that too, you know. So I'm looking at this as, you know, this person could be, you know, in some qualities of a housewife or a homemaker, or someone that, you know, that loves to create, you know, baking, cooking, needlework, crafting. You know, sometimes I operate in the Queen of Wands, you know, when I get into that energy of baking, you know, or crafting things, you know, creating things. See, that's, you know, that's when I'm operating. And when I start getting that, you know, getting creative ideals and stuff like that, that's operating into, you know, the Queen of Wands. Like, you know, I looked at the card like the arts. You know, the arts symbolize, you know, the same thing as baking, you know, creating, you know, not just an artist in painting, but it could be like a creative side of you, you know. Um, then I look at too, also, you know, like authority figure. You know, I look at it like that too. You know, as the Queen of Wands as a leader. Also, you know, if you love like plants and animals, see the black cat, you know, they look at me too that, you know, that person, you know, likes animals also, you know, with the black cat by her side. You know, they also like to work outside, you know, planting things. You know, I get into that mode too when I like to plant stuff. You know, I got all types of plants, live plants and stuff throughout my home. You know, even outside of my home, live plants that I like. You know, it brings life to you. It brings inspiration to you. Refreshing. You know, when you have different types of plants in your house. And each one of my plants has, you know, stands for different types of energy. and meaning why I plant different things in certain parts of the house, to bring in different types of energy, positive energy to flow constantly into my home, in my life also. Um, and then I look at this card too, mother, because it's saying that it could be like a motherly figure, a homemaker. So I look at it like that too. That's somebody that likes to be, you know, at home, like a homemaker, a mother that likes to raise that, could be like a mother that raised their kids and stuff at home, that they don't have to really work nowhere because they have a husband that can, take care of them and different things like that. So that's how I look at that card too, the Queen of Wands. Um, Also too, when you get into that energy, you know, um, they're more practical, warm, very sexual, um, with strong independent streaks of nature, you know. So I look at it like that too, having that quality, that energy, you know, and always bring back to like the great attachment to home and family. And I would also say too, because people that has the sign of Cancer, to me, they also is like a homebody person, a nurture, they always nurturing, to people, they always like to cook, they always be putting people first, they care about people's feelings, different things like that. A motherly figure, you know they're a homebody, they protects their home, their family and stuff like that, being the crab sign of Cancer and different things, how they protect their territory. So I look at the Cancer zodiac sign as like a Queen of Wands also, a very loving, nurturing homebody, know how to, control their household, when it comes to their family, and finances and, different other things that come into play. Also taking care of their husband, or their boyfriend or whoever, They all, and they have a real strong bond attachment to home and family. And that's what the zodiac sign traits of a Cancer. They have a real strong bond with their family and with their home. And the element of fire or wands, like a potter. So I look at that, like a potter, you know, excuse me, like a potter is making, like, clay pots and different things. You use your hand, to create things with. That's what I look at also as the Queen of Wands. You are a gardener, an architect, a landscaper. That can all be part of it, when it comes to the the Queen of Wands. And so when you look at the leaf, you see the leaf on also on the wands, it's life and animation. You know, Sometimes you're living in real life and then living in animation type energy also in stages, where things can be humor and comical too at the same time. That's how I look at it. Um, and also too, like I said, country woman, friendly, loving, and honorable. They're respected in their communities, among their peers. You know, People look at them as high standards. Has a good reputation. That's how I look at Queens of Wands when dealing with, and it could be, you know men or women. There could be men that could be in their Queen of Wands female energy. Because we know we have it in us too. When you were born, you know it decide on which gender you're going to be. You know, before you were born, either you was going to develop to be a man or a female. But you remember that whereas you was growing inside your mother's womb, you had both parts. You have the man part and the female part. So once you finish develop your 9 months of developing the fetus in the mother's womb, then that's when it takes on the characteristic, depends on your chromosome and your DNA. And it also depends on it stems from the father chromosome and DNA, whether you're gonna be a man or a female. And that's how you know the sex and gender of your baby after those has been developed during the 9 month pregnancy. Also too, she's also, also deals with love of money, certain success in business. Also, a Queen of Wands can also have like a home business. People can, a lot of people start like home business now, working on their own now. They taking their skills and their talent. If you got good cooking skills, then you learn how to make that into a home business. If you like to do crafting, you learn how to make it into a home business. If you like doing, selling things, different things online, that's like a home business. Like changing your hobby into a home business. It's the same thing. That's how I look at things like that, that brings success into your life, and also, will bring in the money, that you have. The reverse side that I look at it is that, how your status look in the neighborhood, in your neighborhood, in your community. Is there a lot of jealousy, oppositions, deceit, infidelity going on? See, that's the downside of it. you know are you being of service to other? Are you being selfish? you know you are you taking advantage of people? When I say taking advantage of somebody, like, if, like, so let's say you married, let's do that for example. You married, right? And you got the luxury to stay home, you know and your husband's like, okay, well, I make enough money, you can stay home and raise the kids or whatever. So now you become a housewife or a homemaker or whatever. Okay. Or a mother that stay at home, or a father that stays at home. Look, it's vice versa, because you got some men that stays at home too, and the wife go out there and work because they have the money. They got a good job. So it could be either or. Take it how it resonate with it, with this revelation on this card, and take it and apply it to your life. And so with that, so all of a sudden the downside would be is that now you got this pride and ego. So now you out in the community, and people's like, oh, so what you do? Oh, I stay at home. My husband make this and that and make that type of money. See, that's when that pride and ego comes in. Then that's when the jealousy comes in from your neighbors, because now they're saying they think that you too good, to and that you boasting on, how your lifestyle is. And the same thing goes to, like, if you making a lot of money, your business making a lot of money, different things, and you boasting about it, you making it rain, that can also lead to a lot of jealousy, different spirits coming to you, envy, deceit, infidelity will start. Because now you spreading all your business or what you doing. Now people is trying to come in there and try to take from you what you already have. So sometimes it's good to keep quiet and don't brag and boast about what you got going on in your life, especially when it's financial, and especially when it comes to love relationships, or your household. It's best to keep your household what goes in your household, you keep it in your household behind closed doors. Only you and your significant other, spouse, or partner, or your kids need to know. And also tell the kids, don't be spreading about what goes on in their household, because you don't want bad energy coming towards you. The jealousy, deceit. Then you got women want to come in and want to mess with your husband because they found out how good of a caretaker he is. He's a breadwinner. He has it good on his job, or vice versa. She has it good on her job. She's the breadwinner of the family. She's a good wife. So now somebody else want that too, want that same luxury. So then they're going to try to come in and be deceitful, betrayed you, get envy and jealous, and then cause cheating, affairs going on, flirting with your husband, behind your back, or flirting with your wife or girlfriend behind your back. See, that's when you got to keep things to yourself. When you get into your different energies, like the Queen of Wands, the Empress, get into a lot of your pentacles, like the Nine of Pentacles. It's not good to, or Knight of Wands, it's not good to be spreading everything. Keep things a secret, because a lot of people don't need to know what goes on in your household unless you're allowed to tell it. And don't allow people to make you tell and say things about your husband. Make them to say things about your wife, your girlfriend, your kids, or whatever. That's when the boldness comes in, and you tell people to mind their own business. It's okay to put people in their place to mind their own business. It's okay to ask people questions too, like, well, why do you want to know? It's okay to ask them that. They come to you, want to know your business, asking questions. So then the first thing you can say to them, well, what is your business? What I do? What is it your business? How much money I make? What is your business? What type of business I have? That's none of your business. What you need to do is focus on yours. Because when people come, they got motives. They got evil intentions when they come towards you. 9 times out of 10, they probably already know what's going on, but they just want to hear it from your mouth. Then they come to assumptions and conclusions. Then there comes a betrayal and deceit. Then that puts you back into the Three of Swords, the heartbreak, the unhappiness, the sorrows, painfulness, all of that. See, that's what I'm saying. Be careful. What type of energy is it going to be? Is it the energy is going to benefit you, or it's not going to benefit you? If the energy comes, is it for me only, or do I need to share it? The energy with somebody else and say, well, this is this person's energy that I got this download for. This person need to take heed or whatever. See, decipher. You need to decipher what is what when it comes to your energy this year and what's surrounding and how it comes. Be mindful, sometimes you're going to have like oppositions and different things like that, that's going to come your way. But just be mindful of that too. Be mindful of the opposition that might come your way. Look and see what type of energy that is, where it's stemming from emotionally. And then you dig deeper into the knowledge, so that way you can live your ultimate wish fulfillment. You can move forward to your goals. You can move forward on to living your best life. Sometimes you have to, when people be doing, if you get like different readings or general readings or different things, sometimes you have to go and dig deeper and decipher. You know what's for you and what's not for you. You know how your state of energy is at that moment, at that time. Or if you go and get reading from people, be mindful of people, because that person that is going to give you your interpretation of your reading could be in a different energy at that moment, at that time. So that's why I'm saying that it could give you bad advice and just mess your whole life up totally, because that person was in a different energy during the time of the reading. I don't know why this my camera is just, the picture is moving back and forth. So I guess this is confirmation. It means staying focused. Staying focused on what is at hand in your life. You know, if you got to pick up some of these quality traits of a Queen of Wands, you know, the Magician, the Empress, and Three of Pentacles, doing this energy, and also a little bit of the element of fire. Because what do you need to bring some passion? Put some fire under, you know, in different areas of your life, to put that spark in, to get that creativity mind going. Using your common sense in everyday living, talking, spiritually and naturally. Be mindful of what you choose to share with people and what not to share. The type of energy that you are in and what is surrounding you. Until next time, peace, love, joy, and happiness. Much blessings.